play basketball in college, but all 100% of them become adults. That's why playing basketball in their high school team is so important. High school athletes learn life lessons that help them grow up. Lessons that can't be taught in the classroom and often aren't taught at home. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Season with the 2 wins to beat Platte-Geddes 42-14, and last week 15-12 over the powerful Canastota Cyclones. So that's how these teams have gotten here tonight for this 9AA playoff game in Mount Vernon on a great night. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. Good. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Mike's on!
First down! Thank you!
70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City. Stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills State University, where anything is possible.
If you jump into a race and you haven't paid the entry fee,
if you just hop in and you don't have a bib number and you just run with it illegally,
it's called being a bandit.
The Charge Bandit is the first stability offering in our run long segment.
We have the armor vent and the 4-foot maximum breathability. We paired it with the Charge Ultimate Response adaptive cushioning. If you go to ability kind of in our other
runner.
If you're a younger runner getting into running, you want a shoe that can do it all. You can train in, you can race in, it looks cool, has a lot of Under Armour attitude to it. That's the Bandit.
We call ourselves bandits. That's the Under Armour way, right? It's how we design product, it's how we live our life here at Under Armour.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
And almost the same kind of equal numbers. Their quarterback, Hayden Schmidt, senior, 5'10", 170 pounds. He has run the ball 86 times for 607 yards, and he has completed 42 of 69 passes for 841 yards. Now,
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. That's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on! First down! Thank you!
70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City. Stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills State University, where anything is possible.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great.
If you jump into a race and you haven't paid the entry fee,
If you just hop in and you don't have a bib number and you just run with it illegally,
it's called being a bandit.
The Charge Bandit is the first stability offering in our run.
foot maximum breathability. We paired it with the medial side, the
platform.
You can train in, you can race. The tool has a lot of
That's the
Love to follow.
Just got a ton of yards. He's our all-time leading scorer, state champion long jumper, and very shifty and has a lot of intangibles you can't coach.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. And that's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bonham to do that and spread them out, and then, like they said, he's got some pretty good speed, and they've got team speed, so when you do spread them out, you create more alleys and you create gaps for people to run through as well.
Yeah, we got to keep reminding ourselves here, you only got 3 down linemen in this game,
right?
And it's still a wide football field, so it does make a heck of a difference in 9-man football. And that's what he's talking about, that 15 to 12. You don't see those kind of low-scoring games in 9-man very often.
No.
Well, let's take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll hear from the head coach of the Titans, Brett Olson, talking about his season. We'll do that in 90 seconds here on KMIT Mitchell.
Yeah, got a Joe Kramer sighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. Great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on!
First down! Thank you!
70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City. Stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills State University, where anything is possible.
Jump into a being abandoned.
And averaging over, seeing that varsity speed and the holds, and the last few games he's really been playing well for us.
Well, we're talking again to Brent Olson of Bon Vernon Plankinton. Okay, you'll be hosting Bonham now. Maybe ironically, the only team that you lost to during the course of the year, Brent, was Canastota. And here on Thursday night, I think a shocker for a lot of people that Bonham comes up and hands Canastota a loss, ended that long winning streak they got going. So obviously Bonham's doing some things right now.
Yeah, and they're a tough team to prep for on a short week. And you say it's the price, but Bonham's a really, really good team. The way playoffs were looking before that, so you kind of had to do. But boy,
if you need to, too, your is going to be tested, aren't they?
Absolutely. I mean, Corton, you can imagine under the sun, they're running and they run prepare for it, and he really
now Mount Vernon game, and they're going to be tested out, and they have got special for 50 cents 6-inch sub. They've got a new one every single day for the home team. Quickly will go offensively. At the quarterback is number 12, Bryce Shizinski, the junior, 6'3", 185 pounds. The fullback, Nathan Schenkel, a senior at 190. And at tailback, Chase Corton, the senior, at 180 pounds. The wide receiver, Joey Slama, a sophomore at 160 pounds. Wide receiver, or split end as they call him, Mace Merkwan, a junior at 180. The tight end is Tim Hayek. Hayek is a junior, 165. And then the three linemen for Bonham. The center is Clay Whitmire, a senior at 260. Big kid. At one guard, Sam Saba, a senior at 160. And the other guard, Cade Hellman, a senior at 180 pounds. When Bonham goes on defense, their front line is Nathan Schenkel, Clay Whitmire, and Cade Hellman. The linebackers are Bryce Shizinski, Sam Saba, and Chase Corton. And the defensive back, Joey Slama, Mace Merkwan, and Colin Adams. So there you have our starters tonight for this 9AA playoff game. Coming into tonight, by the way, the number 1 seed in 9AA is Gregory. They're hosting Woonsocket, Washington Springs, Sanborn Central. The 2 seed is Webster. They are at home against Garrettson. The 3 seed, Baltic, they're at home against Dual. The 4th seed we know is already up big, Stanley County. Remember, they were leading Hill City 40-0 already at halftime. Stanley County, the 4th seed. The number 5 seed is Brittany Hecla. They are hosting Clark Willow Lake tonight. And then you've got a matchup between the number 6 seed and the number 9 seed. The 6 is Chester. The number 9 is Canastota. Hard to believe Canastota is a 9 seed when they finish with just 1 loss on the year, but that's the way it is. The 7 seed is Wolsey Russington. They are hosting Kimball White Lake tonight. And the 8th seed, the Titans of Mount Vernon Plankinton, and of course here hosting the bottom Cavaliers. So there you have it. We're about ready to play some football here in Mount Vernon on a pretty nice night. Temperature in the upper 50s. Let's take a final break. We'll come back in 1 minute on KMIT. Mitchell.
The Charge Bandit is the first stability offering in our run long segment.
We have the Armor Vent and the 4-foot maximum breathability. We paired it with the Charge Ultimate Response adaptive cushioning. If you go to the medial side, you'll see a stability post here, and we've done stability kind of in our own way where we're more guiding the foot.
This shoe provides a light stability platform for the runner.
If you're a younger runner getting into running, you want a shoe that can do it all. You can train in, you can race in, it looks cool, has a lot of Under Armour attitude to it. That's the Bandit.
We call ourselves Bandit.
Are created schools live event or family by supporting the
I love the fact
Redfield. Red Lightning in the blue jerseys here tonight. And on the other side of the field, the Cavaliers of Bonham in the white jerseys, the white pants, a lot of red helmets, and the red numerals and the red stripes down the side. And the officials are taking them out to the middle of the field to get the coin toss right now. By the way, our crew tonight is from Chamberlain, and our referee will be Chase Hutmaker, who is the guy that will be giving us penalties and all the calls here during the course of the football game. As we said, your first round here is against your region teams, and then you reseed if you're not familiar with how these playoffs go for the second round. So that's why we said who was number 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, and so on. It looks pretty certain that whoever wins this ball game is, unless we get a major rash of upsets, is going to be on the road for game 2. But hey, you play all year to get these home games, and that's what this one is all about. Again, Mount Vernon Plankinton is the number 8 seed coming into the ball game here tonight. Other areas we can, 7 o'clock start. Cook Central Martley. Again, the declined, I believe they deferred, won the toss. Bonham is going to get their hands on the football here first. The other classes tonight, 9A Platte Geddes. They're at Scotland, and as we said, Hanson has a 22-0 now. They've scored again. Hanson 22-0 over Newell over in Alexandria in the 9A playoffs. And as far as 9B, our area teams tonight, you've got Howard at home against Alcester Hudson, and a game on our sister station, Cool 98 tonight. Corsica Stickney is hosting Burke South Central. So we'll keep you posted as well as we can on all those other area games going here tonight as well. Mount Vernon Plankinton's going to have a little bit of the breeze at their back. Again, it's a southeast wind. This is an east-west field, but they will be kicking from the east end, so they're going to have some of it there behind them here as we get started. And going back to receive the football here for Bonham will be Schenkel and Corton. And teeing it up here for Mount Vernon Plankinton is number 3, Austin Graves, 5'8", 150-pound senior. And we're just about ready to get ourselves underway here in Mount Vernon. Again, white uniforms, actually kind of silver pants for Bonham, and the red helmets, red numerals. And here's an end-over-end kick, headed to the far side, going to be picked up at about the 15-yard line. Straight ahead 20, 25, and 30, and almost up near the 40-yard line. Nice return by the Cavaliers, and they will start in pretty good shape here. Good return on the far side of the field by
for the Cavaliers.
Mace Merquan,
40-yard line.
And it will be first and 10 for Bonham at their own 40-yard line. So here's our first look at their outstanding quarterback, the junior Bryce Shasinski. And he will come out and line up under center. They're going to go with a stacked eye right behind him and a wingman to the left-hand side. And here's a toss right away. Trying to sweep the left-hand side. Corton, nice shifty moves, 45, and stretches it to the 47-yard line. Good run on first down by Chase Corton.
Hastings and
Jesse Hastings in on the tackle for Mount Vernon Plankinton with a nice 7-yard gain. And we see Corton's speed and shiftiness right away.
Yeah, a lot of just some stuttering, waiting for something to happen, and hitting the hole. And decent job by playing it. Just a little bit. You get some yards after contact, which Mount Vernon Plank's going to want to kind of take care of that and wrap him up for sure.
Joey Slama comes a receiver to the left, now back in motion toward the formation. They're going to hand it off to the fullback, and he's got first down yardage cross midfield to about the 46-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton. Nathan Schenkel, a senior, 190 pounds, and a nice blocking job up front. Opened up a nice hole for him. First down at the 46-yard line of the Titans.
Nothing. We talked about the different formations Bonham can do, and we haven't seen anything fancy yet. Just a single receiver, actually going with a 5-man line and the 3 guys in the backfield.
Well, they'll come out on that stacked eye again. Schenkel at the fullback. Directly behind him is Chase Corton. The pitch to Corton coming near side to the left. Cuts inside a block. But then good defense going to bring him down. Probably a
on defense.
Nice penetration. Pound Junior. Boy, he yards deep. Trip to Cavaliers.
Second play,
time in the game, owned by Bonham. No second down line of Mount Vernon Plankinton. They're in the all blue, and again moving left to right. Double wing formation. They'll put a man in motion now, left to right. Flags go down. Handoff off right tackle, but hold on, they're blowing it dead anyway. This is going to be a motion penalty against Mount Vernon Plankinton, so it'll put them in second and long, mark off 5 yards, and that'll set the ball back inside the 20-yard line.
Mount Vernon Plank's in pretty tight there, Tim. Hard to say if that was a lineman jumped, or it almost looked like the fullback that came in motion kind of started towards the line before the snap a little bit. So hard to say what that was.
Yeah, indeed. Same play here. They're going to give on the sweep coming to their side. Hastings, he's got pretty good yardage up near the first down. He might be a little bit short. Nice saving tackle there by Caleb Cronover of Bonham to hold him about 2 yards short, but Jesse Hastings came in motion from the left wing, carried around right end, and now it's third down short, about 2.5 yards to go here for Mount Vernon Plankinton. Marcus Urban has checked into the lineup. He kind of rotates, bringing in the plays. Schmidt's going to go out of the shotgun here, and he's going to keep it himself. Going to the left side, he's got trouble. He's going to go down behind the line of scrimmage. Excellent play right there, shooting through the line for Bonham. Number 1, Sam Saba, senior 160-pounder. That's going to leave fourth now, and about 7 yards to go for the Titans, and looks like they're going to have to kick the ball away. Well, we're seeing good defensive plays on both sides of the line here early.
Yeah, we are so far, and Saba kind of came from that backside, the backside linebacker, inside linebacker, if you want to call it, and just ran and shot a gap.
2 guys going back deep. Chase Corton, Mace Merkwan, the punt, shanked off to the side, coming to the near sideline, hits it to Mount Vernon Plank 40, up to about the 45, 46, and that's where it's going to go dead right there. So didn't get all of it that time. Cody Meilenberg, the punter just kind of had it come off the side of his foot. Good field position here now for Bonham as they will start at the 46-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton. 7:07 to go in the first quarter. We have got no score in our game. Each team has had it one time here in this opening round 9AA playoff game. Well, back out on the field, Bryce Shazinski. And now they're going to spread it out. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Shazinski right straight back to pass, throws it out of the backfield, got his man complete, trying to turn the corner, Tim Hayek, and nice tackle there, going to be stopped with maybe 3-4 yards when it looked like he had more room to go than that, but 2-3 guys closed and brought him down for, we'll call it about a 3-yard gain. Second down and 7 coming up right at the 42-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton. Ball at the right hash. They'll keep 2 men in the backfield, and this is Shazinski on the run, trying the left side of the line. He's got nowhere. He maybe got a yard, but he's stacked right up at the line of scrimmage. Get on the play that time for Mount Vernon Plankinton. Looked like Jacob Clark was in there. Also, Van Horn was in there on the stop as well. Big Eli in the middle of the line. Third down, about 5 yards to go, maybe a short 5. The ball is right outside the 40-yard line of the Titans.
That's one of the things you do see in 9-man football is where you'll get 2 running backs that are 2 lead blockers for a quarterback when he's running plays like that. So nice job by Mount Vernon Plank to stop that.
Well, Corton's out as a receiver right side. Shazinski looking for him, and he hits him right at the first down marker, and he falls forward for the first down inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, there's a guy, you got to give him some room on the outside because he can go right by you. Marcus Urban on the tackle, but you got to give him a little cushion there, and he just kind of hooked right up at the first down marker.
Yeah, you got to respect the speed that he's had and the quickness he has, and the other thing that he's got, being that long jump champion that he is. I mean, the ball gets up in the air, he's got the ability to go up and get it as well. So you've got to respect all that athletic ability, and Shazinski throws a nice football.
Ball at the 33-yard line of Mount Vernon Plank. First down, play action. Here's Shazinski rolling out. He's got a man out of the backfield. It's complete. 25, 20, back to the middle of the 15, the 10, and brought down short of the 5-yard line. Nathan Schenkel out of the backfield. And a saving tackle there by Devin Rahanic for Mount Vernon Plankenden. But that was a nicely designed play. A little bootleg to the left. Schenkel sneaks out of the backfield. Nobody there, and then turns it up the left sideline. It's going to be first and goal to go for Bonham.
Yeah, that's one of the things that Mount Vernon Plank's going to have to be aware of now that they've seen that play action is can their defensive ends contain Shazinski when he's rolling out or when he does play action like that.
Put it right at the 7-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankenden. First good scoring opportunity of the ball game. Shazinski out of the gun. He's got Schenkel to his right. Here comes Corton in motion. It's a fly sweep. Corton going to the far right side. Hit it about the 5. Dives forward to maybe the 3 or the 2-yard line, where it's going to be second down and goal to go from there for the Cavaliers. Get on the stop for Mount Vernon Plank. Jacob Clark, the junior 165-pounder. Call it about the 3.5, now maybe 4-yard line. Let's go with 4-yard line, where it'll be second down and goal to go for the Bonham Cavaliers. Got the ball in pretty short field position at the Mount Vernon Plank 46, and they're trying to cash in, get on the board first here with 5 minutes to go in the quarter. Stacked eye in the backfield now behind Shazinski. He was under center, now he backs out. Ready to go again. Here's the snap. Going to go to his fullback, left side. Schenkel pounds in there. Did he get in? He's close.
He's just short, I think, Tim. I don't see a signal.
Yeah, about the 1-yard line. Schenkel is stopped short. Dustin Frank in the middle of the line to make the stop. So third and goal to go for the Cavaliers at the Mount Vernon Plankenden 1-yard line. And we'll see what Coach Byron Pudwell wants to go with here. Yeah, they had a pretty good push that time with their big guy, Schenkel. You know, Corton's got the speed, but wouldn't be surprised if they just pounded right in there again. We'll see.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me there, or leading it out, in a power or something like that.
Well, again, stacked eye, though. They're going to pitch it. Corton trying to turn the corner right side, and he's in for the touchdown. Chase Corton. Officially, we'll call it a 1-yard touchdown run. That's a 46-yard drive for the Bonham Cavaliers, and they are on the board here with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go in quarter number 1. The big play there was the pass to Schenkel out of the backfield that got him all the way down inside the 10-yard line. A 7-play, 46-yard drive, nicely executed. Now we'll go for the extra point conversion, and they spread everybody out. They're lining up for the kick, but they do spread everybody out to the left and the right sides. Now they will shift back into normal formation here. Josh Cronover to try and put this extra point through. Snap is good. Kick is on the way. It's got the distance if it's straight enough, and it is good. With 4:10 to go in the quarter. First blood
4:10 to go in the first
to Bonham Cavaliers. Chase Corton, a 1-yard run. 7-0. Bonham will be back with a kickoff in a minute on KMIT Mitchell.
And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. And that's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. And that's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota
Back with a kickoff. Cole Hartman putting it in play, and there's going to be a nice run back for Mount Vernon Plankenden all the way up near the 40-yard line. They will go on the return for the Titans. Number 21, Dane Rahanic. So good field position there. Let's give you a couple of scores, courtesy of Great Life Fitness of some of our area games. In 11B, first quarter, it is Winter 8, Parkston nothing. In 9AA, Woolsey Washington has jumped out to a 20-0 lead on Kimball White Lake. On our sister station, Cool 98, Korska Stickney has scored first. They lead Burke South Central 6-0 first quarter. And the handoff right straight up the middle, not going to go anywhere this time for Mount Vernon Plank.
The keeper
is the quarterback, Hayden Schmidt, and we'll call it still second out and 10 from about their own 40-yard line.
It almost looked like he bobbled that snap a little bit, maybe coming out of there early or something there, and then just tried to get ahead and and see if he could get anything back.
Yeah, totally agree. Timing did not look like what they wanted it to be on that one. Again, they go out of the double wing. Man in motion is Devin Rahanic, but they're coming back the other way. Jesse Hastings, he's hit behind the line of scrimmage, and they're going to lose a couple of yards on the play. Well, we're seeing these guys just scooting across the line of scrimmage. That time for the Bonham Cavaliers, the play made by Caleb Crownover, number 27. He's the outside linebacker, and boy, he read that sweep coming to his side right away. Got good penetration. 3rd and about 13 for Mount Vernon Plank at their own 36-yard line. Now they're in a passing formation. 2 receivers either side. Schmidt with it, rolls left, throws it left sideline. He's got a man open at the stick. It's complete for the first down. Still running at the 45 and about the 40-yard line of Bonham. Talon Trisco on the receiving end of that pass. Well, they were playing pretty soft coverage there because he went right to the stick. Again, they needed 13, and he probably had a good 4-yard cushion, and then he turned it up in a nice run after catch. First down at the 40-yard line of Bonham.
Yeah, and you did see 8 guys drop. I'm sorry, I got to get out of that 11-man here, Tim. But you saw 6 guys drop and only 3 rush. You had a lot of time to sit there and throw.
Hayden Schmidt, handoff over left tackle, and they've got some room all the way down to the 35, 30. It might be enough for the first down. Devin Rahanic on the carry. Right off left guard, left end for Mount Vernon Plank, and all of a sudden they've found the key now in moving the football. It is enough for a first down at the 28-yard line of the Cavaliers. So Cavaliers lead at 7-0, but Mount Vernon Plank running down the field here with 2:45 remaining in the first quarter in a 7-0 ball game. Handoff straight up the middle, and again a good plunge. This is Tanner Rizou, and Rizou almost has first down yardage. Boy, all of a sudden the line of Visha and Van Horn and Frank, they're starting to move some people out of there.
Yeah, they are. They're creating some nice holes and some gap. And the other thing that Mount Vernon Plank does, if you've never watched them play, is they're getting a lot of misdirection in the backfield. So you got to try to key in and just read your keys and stay at home and do your job defensively, or you're going to get burned or get beat looking at all the motion.
Second down and a yard at the 20-yard line. They go into the eye, and a big hole up the middle. First down and more. They're all the way inside the 10-yard line. Jesse Hastings, we talked about how low to the ground this kid is. Freshman, 5'9", 210 pounds. And, once he gets it moving, it's tough to bring him down. It will be first and goal to go at the 9-yard line of Bonham.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that's a big freshman, Tim. I mean, that is a load of a kid coming through there.
And they got Rizou in front of that fullback and Hastings again. But they're going to give it a little counter inside. Rahanic trying to bust his way to the goal line. Did he get in? Still trying to push the pile. And now he's across for sure. Boy, second, third, fourth effort there by Devin Rahanic. They lined up that power eye. But then Rahanic was on the right wing. He came back, a little counter play, trap block inside. He got to about the 3-yard line or so, and then a big pile. But boy, he just kept driving. It'll end up a 9-yard touchdown run for Rahanic, and it'll come with 1:45 to go in the quarter. We've got a 7-6 football game, and now Mount Vernon Plank going for 2 and the lead. But hold on, whistle before we get it started. And timeout. Mount Vernon Plank it. Well, they had snapped the ball. Looked like they were going to pitch it.
High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports
Three important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators.
Schmidt on the 2-pointer. 8-7, Mount Vernon Plank back in a minute on KMIT Mitchell.
Administrators Association.
The Golden Buffalo Casino at Lower Brule is proud of our area youth for their competitive spirit and participation in the various high school activities. It takes dedication and commitment to be the best you can be. It's all about sportsmanship and not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game. The Golden Buffalo Casino is your winning destination for great food and more ways to win, more often. Our youth, our future. We at the Golden Buffalo Casino say thanks for all you do.
That's a shame. All right, thank you. Kickoff and kind of a short one and a pretty good return by Colin Adams. Adams catches it right about the 20 and returns all the way up to the 35-yard line. So that's where the Cavaliers will start. First and 10 at their own 35. We have got a final already. Hanson has defeated Newell 50-0. Wow. That is just strange, isn't it? Hanson struggling to get into the playoffs, and they win 50-0. Here's a throw for Shazinski, long down the left sideline, and intercepted. Hayden Schmidt's got it. He's going to be tackled immediately. Ball was a little bit overthrown, and Schmidt was kind of playing a deep center field. He's got it back at his own 26-yard line. The pass was intended long downfield that time for Joey Slama, but maybe 2-3 yards overthrown by Shazinski. So our first turnover of the ball game, and Mount Vernon Planks got the football right back at their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, just floated that a little bit. And he did get a little pressure there late. He didn't see who it was bringing the pressure, from the defensive line. But he got a little bit and kind of, I don't know if he maybe had to let go of that a little bit sooner than he was hoping to.
Minute 31 to go here in the first quarter. Another score we can update in 9AA. Canastota 14-0 over Chester. They're just going into the second quarter of that one. Winner now leading Parkston 16-0. On first down, Rahanic trying to sweep the left-hand side, tripped up at the ankles, but still falls forward for a couple of yards on the play. That was Chase Corton in there that tripped him up, stuck an arm in there about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. But a gain of 2, second down and 8 for the Titans at their own 28-yard line. Again, they've got a bit of the breeze here at their back in the first quarter of play. We'll be turning that around here at about 1 minute from right now. Use that power stacked eye again in the backfield, and they're going to run it hard. Hastings, this time hit right at the line of scrimmage. Bounces off of it to the left, but he's still not going to get any yards forward. And I'll tell you who the guy that plugged that up was Clay Whitmire, number 72, right in the middle of the line. Really nice job by Whitmire as he just kind of stood the middle of that line straight up. Now, Hastings did bounce off the pile, but he's still going to lose 3-4 yards on the play. Third and about 12 coming up for Mount Vernon Plankinton now.
Yeah, Whitmire had a really nice, what I would call first step, and was able to get kind of on the edge of Van Horn a little bit there and able to plug that.
Well, passing formation. Here's a snap to Schmidt, rolling out to the near sideline. Pumps once, twice, can't find anybody. He's going to be thrown out of bounds. Another loss the way it looks on the play. This time the play made by Nate Schenkel. And good pursuit. Schmidt was trying to look up the sideline, just couldn't find anybody open. Had to eat it, and then
for the Cavaliers,
grabbed by the shoulder pads, thrown out of bounds. Loss of almost another 6-7 yards maybe on that play. Ball's actually inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. So Mount Vernon Plankinton will have to punt it away. Could be good field position here for Bonham. Mace Merkwan, Chase Corton right at midfield. Receiver, and it's over the head of the punter. It's going to go back to the end zone. The kick is going to be blocked. Who's going to jump on this? Is it going to be a touchdown or a safety? It's a touchdown on the block punt.
Covered by the Cavaliers.
Touchdown on the block punt. And trying to catch the number 20. I believe that'd be Schenkel, if that's who it is. I want to make sure here so I identify the right guy. Yep, that's who it is, Nathan Schenkel, who fell on top of that ball in the end zone. And just like that, Bonham has regained the lead here by a score of 13-8 with just 23 seconds to go in the quarter. Well, snap high, chased it back, tried to get that punt out of there, but they were all over him and just couldn't get it away.
Yeah, Meilenberg tried to pick that up, and it's Schenkel was right there, so he got a little piece. And I don't know if Meilenberg, when he tried to kick, just kind of maybe missed it a little bit, or if it was truly blocked. I don't really know, but
Here we go for two anyway, and the handoff. Corton left side. He's in for the 2-point conversion.
Shazinski's 2-point conversion attempt is good.
Actually, they're going to call it Shazinski, so maybe he did carry. I thought he handed that ball off.
Cavaliers 15.
Yeah, I think he did. I think Slama was the one that carried it in, number 7. So Slama will get credit for it, but 15-8. Big turnaround there on the high snap on the punts. And Bonham's got the lead back here with just 23 seconds to go in this first quarter. We'll take a short one, be back in 30 on KMIT.
Hey, Doug, got that discount double check.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
And we'll get the kickoff here from the Cavaliers. Cole Hartman, end over end, right down the middle of the field. Going to be taken at the 20-yard line, straight up the middle to the 30, and then a big hit right there.
Rahanic on the return.
Josh Rahanic bringing it back, but great coverage downfield that time by the Bottom Cavaliers. Excuse me, I didn't catch it.
I believe it was Josh Cronover.
Okay, good. Yeah, I want to give him credit because that was a good tackle.
Yep,
I mean, just put his shoulder right into him without question. No more forward progress on that one. Put the ball at Mount Vernon Plankin's 31-yard line. And probably the last play of the quarter here with just 8 seconds left on the clock. Schmidt going to give it to Rahanic off the wing, sweeping the left-hand side. He is pushing the pile. Oh, that's good leg drive. He's got 8 or 9 yards on that carry, and the last 3 or 4 was all Devin Rahanic just keeping the legs going, and that will be the end of our first quarter of play. But the ball's up to the 40-yard line, so that means it's going to be second and only about a yard to go for the Titans when we return. End of 1 quarter in this 9AA playoff game. Bonham 15, Mount Vernon Plankin 8. Back in a minute on KMIT Mitchell.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on! First down! Thank you!
70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead to business connections, and where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit BHS University, where notably and with University, where anything
Things come around. Loses his balance, but doesn't go down, and now running it back to the middle of the field, and he's going to lose some big yardage there. Jesse would have been better going down, but was that a collision he had with Corton or what?
Oh,
holy smokes!
I'm not sure how he kept his feet. On that one, to be honest. So I got to give Corton credit on the hit.
Yeah.
But I got to give Hastings a lot of credit for keeping his balance. Unfortunately, it ends up being about a 14, 15-yard loss.
And it would have probably been about a 1 or 2 yard loss had he gone down where he was hit. Right. All right, Hayden Schmidt now to throw on 3rd and long. He's running out of time, tries to run it forward, and he breaks tackles. Schmidt's at the 30, 35, 40, first down. Up to midfield. Schmidt still on his feet. Here he comes to the near sideline, and finally Corton is going to bring him down from behind. All the way from the 23-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankin into the 40-yard line of Bonham, and I'll tell you, that was all Hayden Schmidt, because I thought he was going down for a loss behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Bonham had a good rush on him, and they were starting to collapse the pocket. You got to give Hayden a lot of credit for stepping up and finding the crease, and then he was still looking to throw until that last, when he got to the line of scrimmage, but then just took off, tucked it, and nice run.
Rahanic's going to split as a receiver, but there's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Rizou on the carry, and he's got good yardage. Rizou is inside the 35, down about the 33-yard line, leaves second and maybe about 2 yards to go, and now starting to mix up the plays. And again, he's getting some good blocking. Van Horn, Frank, and Vichy again doing a job up front, along with Jacob Clark, Talon Trisco, the whole front wall doing nice work for the Titans right now. They'll go back to the double wing formation. In motion, Hastings, but it's a keeper by Schmidt straight ahead, and he's got the first down yardage. Again, he only needed about 2. He is inside the 30-yard line to the 29-yard line of the Bonham Cavaliers. Bonham leads at 15-8 here in the early second quarter, but Mount Vernon Plankinton driving again to try and take that lead back.
29-yard line.
We'll try and get you a couple of score updates here after this next play. We'll get a little bit of a break. First and 10 from the 29. Mount Vernon Plank in the all blue, moving to our left. Schmidt dropping back to throw. Throws it right side, and it is caught at about the 10. 5, and did he get in? Just short. Jacob Clark on the reception.
Deep into Cavalier territory.
And Clark will go down to about the 1-yard line. It looks like where he's going to be stopped. It's going to be first and goal to go from there. Nice throw by Hayden Schmidt, too.
No, absolutely was. He threw that out away from the defender out in front. Really, his receiver was the only one that had a chance to catch that. So very nice throw right there. Nice timing and a nice job by Clark to concentrate and come down with the football.
Actually put it closer to about the 3-yard line. Here's a handoff, and in for the score. Tanner Rizzu, the fullback. Wow, that was quick. Big, huge loss of like 10 yards on that first play from the line of scrimmage, and it did not bother the Titans. Of course, Schmidt with the great big run, and then the pass play, 7-play, 69-yard drive. It'll be a 3-yard run by Rizzu, and now we'll get the extra point and 2-point conversion again. They're going to go back to their eye look here with Jesse Hastings, the deep man, Rizzu in front of him, and Schmidt wants to throw out of it, rolling near side left, in trouble, now going back to the middle of the field, buying some time, still looking downfield, now he's going to tuck it and try to run, and he's not going to get in, going to be stopped at about the 4 or the 3-yard line. Holy cow, Hayden Schmidt ran about 45 yards there, back and forth, but could not get it in. So the Titans stayed down by a point. Bonham 15, Mount Vernon Plankinton 14, 9:44 to go in the quarter. We'll take a short one here, 30-second break on KMIT Mitchell.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on! First down! Thank you!
70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
If you jump into a race and you haven't paid the entry,
Bridgewater Emory Ethan has taken a 21-0 lead over Chamberlain. Winner leads Parkston 28-0 in the second quarter. Tri-Valley leads McCook Central Montrose 8-0 in the second quarter. We'll get to the other classes here in just a little bit for you. But the kickoff now, Austin Graves has it teed up to the 40-yard line to our right. Short end over end, going to be taken by one of the up guys, might be Schenkel at about the 25-30, breaks a tackle, up to the 40, down to the 45-yard line. It is Nathan Schenkel, nice return. And Mount Vernon Plankinton not getting those kickouts very deep, and Cavaliers winding up with some pretty good field position here. They will start at their own 45-yard line. All right, we gave you 11B. The scores from 9AA. Woolsey Washington leads Kimball White Lake 20-0. That's in the second quarter. Canastota leads Chester 14-0. That also in the second quarter of play. In 9A, Scotland over Platte Geddes 7-0 in the second quarter. And we told you Hanson is done. They defeated Newell 50-0. That game's over in Alexandria already. Started at 6 o'clock, but that's an early one. Here we go, 1st and 10. The Cavaliers, quick pass. Shazinski throws it out onto the wing. He's got Schenkel, breaks an ankle tackle. He's going to come ahead for about 5-6 yards just across midfield. Nice second effort there by Schenkel after the catch. Let me give you a couple other scores. Let's go to 9B in our area teams. Cologne is leading DeSmet 22-0 in the second quarter. Corsica Stickney now leading Burke South Central 14-0 in the second quarter. No score yet on the Howard game. We'll try and get that one for you. But otherwise, you get pretty much all of our area teams right there. 4 receivers to the near side of the field. It's going to be a straight-ahead carry by Shazinski, but good job by Mount Vernon Plank. They hold him to only about a 2-yard gain on that carry. Yeah, just trying to spread everybody as wide as they possibly could, but holding on to an ankle right there. Cole Bathke, number 35, a senior 170-pounder, make it 3rd and 3 at the Mount Vernon Plank 47-yard line.
Nice job on the backside. They had 4 receivers right with that motion to the left, and it was almost like that, the fake sweep read type look.
Well, we'll see what Shasinski can do here on 3rd and 3. Going to hand the ball off to Corton. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. He'll go down. Making the play, looked like Rasu.
I think it was.
Tanner Rasu, linebacker, comes right across the line of scrimmage. Maybe even a loss of a half yard. No gain for sure. So it's going to be 4th down and still 3 yards to go. And it looks like Coach Byron Pudwell says we better kick the ball away with a 1-point lead, 15-14. Mount Vernon Plank's not buying it. The Titans don't have anybody back. But Corton is in punt formation, standing at his own 40, and they do snap it through. He's going to kick the ball away. Again, there's nobody back there, so it all depends on the roll. Hits at the 15, at the 10. It's going to go sideways and be down at about the 9 or the 8-yard line of the Titans. Well, maybe not the right decision by the Titans not to send anybody back. That's tough because I know you want to guard against that possible fake around midfield too, but now they'll start pretty deep in their own end. Bonham 15, Mount Vernon Plankerton 14, 7:44 to go here in the first half. Put it at the 9-yard line is where the Titans will start. That last drive, of course, Rasu got the 3-yard touchdown, but big run, scramble by Hayden Schmidt, set it up, and then Schmidt with a pass to Jacob Clark as well inside the 5. Here's a run coming to the near side. Turning the corner is Rahonic
on the carry for the
across
Titans.
the 15. Out to about the 16 is where they're going to put him down. Leave second down at about 3 to go.
It's going to be 2nd and 3.
Second down, 3 yards to go. And on the stop that time for the Cavaliers, Colin Adams, number 6, coming up from his defensive back spot. You got to like the way the Titans are mixing up their plays.
Yeah, they do. There's a lot of
don't know what's coming. Yeah. Out of that power eye, now it's the fullback. Just a straight-ahead power dive by Rasu. He's got the first down, looks like from here. Yep, he'll be up to the 21-yard line. Gain of about 4. So move the chains here for the Titans. And Bonham right now having a tough time slowing down Mount Vernon Plankerton at that line of scrimmage. Yes, they got pretty decent size, doing a good job. Here's Schmidt handing off. Rahonic coming on a sweep left, spins out of a tackle, but not through the second one. He's going to get about 5 yards on the play. Great move when he ran into the first defender, but then Caleb Cronover was there to bring him down with a gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5.
The Titans at their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good feet, really. When you look at what he was doing with that spin move. When he came through there and he had a head of steam, Rahonic did a nice job of just spinning out of that quick.
On this 2nd down and 5, played a little delayed handoff, and this one not going to go for much, maybe a yard or so on the carry. Rasu, again, the fullback. The thing that Mount Vernon Plank has got is they've got speed when they go to Rahonic, and then you got just power. I mean, if they want to come with fullback Rasu and tailback Hastings, I mean, that's got some beef in there. So
yeah, absolutely.
Tough to play. 3rd down and 3 for the Titans at their own 28-yard line. The snap, and it's Schmidt straight ahead, and he's got the first down and more. He's going to be up near the 35-yard line before he runs into a pile. Well, just our quarterback keeper trusting his line straight ahead. Good job by the Titans. 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Titans trail by 1, 15-14. We tick under 6 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, when they've done it a couple times now. I think they're just doubling Whitmire, and he's just trying to pick either side.
In motion, they're going to hand the ball off. Here's a sweep by Hastings to the right side. He gets the corner. 40, 45, midfield, and then run around in Bonham territory. Looks like he's at about the 43-yard line. That's going to be about a 21, 22-yard gain. We haven't seen Hastings go outside very much. He's been the power guy inside. He showed us he can get to the corner, too. And big collision over there, and Sam Saba got a little shaken up. Saba's leaving the field under his own power, but you could tell Sam took a pretty good lick there. 1st and 10 for the Titans. Here comes a sweep to the left. It's Rahonic trying to get the corner. And, he might be face masked. He is brought down.
Multiple flags.
I am sure it was not intentional, but Mace Merkwan just reached a hand out, and you could see Rahonic's head snap back that time. So it's going to be a penalty coming up against the Bonham Cavaliers. There was not a big gain, maybe 3 yards on the play, but yeah, face mask kind of in front of everybody, and Chase Huckmaker out of Chamberlain, the referee, gives us the sign.
After a gain of about 6 yards.
So you mark this one off, a big one. And that will move the ball down inside the 25-yard line of the Cavaliers. With 5.5 to go before halftime, they're going to put it at the 21-yard line after the 15-yard face mask. So the Titans driving to get the lead back. Here's the snap. Schmidt, he's going to keep it right off right end and runs into a pile. Now we've also got a flag down. Thrown right into the line of scrimmage was the flag. Sometimes holding on this one. I think it's going to be a block below the waist. Yes, it is. Block below the waist against Mount Vernon Plankinton. Only about a yard gain for Hayden Schmidt, the quarterback, on that one. Well, we'll see when the penalty yardage is marked off here. Clock stops with 5:23 to go.
They're going to call this against Bonham.
Below the waist, they're calling the defense.
How do you get a block below the waist on the defense?
I don't know how that's possible.
I don't either. I would say I've never seen that before. But that was a call, right? Low block.
That's what it looked like to me, unless they were calling a cut, somebody coming into the box and diving at a leg, but that's not a block below the waist.
On the defensive side, you can go low. Well, it's going to move the ball down to the 10-yard line, and before this play gets started, we got whistles and ball dead. Well, our referee went over to the bottom side and explained the penalty here to Mr. Pudwill, but I have to admit I'm a little confused on the sign there. I'm not sure what they called.
Unless I misinterpreted the sign, but I took it the same way you did, Tim.
Unless it was somebody on the ground like a leg whip or something like that.
That could be potentially.
Here we go. First down from the 10-yard line. Going to be a power straight-on handoff off to Rizou. Again, the fullback, and Rizou short yardage. About the 9-yard line is all.
They carry for a gain of about a yard.
Got some help from Colin Adams, the safety coming up. But leading the charge, Clay Whitmire right in the middle of the line for Bonham.
Oh, it's 2nd and goal from the 9.
Second down at the 9-yard line. Actually looks, I think they can get a first down at about the 1-yard line.
Based on the change, the PA's calling it second goal, but the change is still out.
Here's a quick toss. Right-hand side, Hastings trying to turn the corner. Dives for the goal line. Did he get in? No. Just short. But it may be a first down, as we said, inside the 1-yard line.
Schenkel in on the stop.
If he made it inside that marker on the far side of the field. Well, they're saying third down. So third down and still about a half yard to go.
Goal from the 1 for the Titans.
Just outside the 1-yard line.
That first down might be at the 2-inch line.
Yeah, you might be right. Well, from the 1. Handoff, it's Rizou again, left side, and he's got the touchdown this time.
Makes his way in for a touchdown.
The score will come with 4:18 to go in the first half. And Tanner Rizou with his second touchdown run of the game. He had the 3-yarder. Now he adds a 1-yarder. And Mount Vernon Plankinton has regained the lead at 20-15.
And that drive right there, Tim, took a lot of time off the clock. 11 plays, 91 yards.
Wow, that's right. They started way back on the punts. 2-point conversion. Sweep coming left side. Rahonic tries to dive in. Did not make it. Did not make it. That's a nice stop by Mace Merkwan. Went low and upended Rahonic right before he got to the goal line. So it's a 5-point lead for the Titans. Mount Vernon Plankinton 20. The Bonham Cavaliers 15 with just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Back to Mount Vernon in 30 seconds on KMIT Mitchell.
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check work out for you?
Oh, that was great. I wish I had double checked before discussing that play earlier.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on! First down! Thank you!
70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
In the second quarter, winner all over Parkston, 36-0 in the second quarter. Last score we still had Bridgewater Emory Ethan was leading Chamberlain by a score of 21-0 in that second quarter as well. We'll get you a couple more after the kickoff here. End over end coming to the near side. Short's going to bounce at about the 25. Fielded by Adams. Trying to go back to the middle of the field. Slips a tackle. 30, 35. Now back to the sideline. He's at midfield. Colin Adams down the sideline at the 40. He stepped out of bounds in Mount Vernon Plank territory. That was a nice return by Colin Adams that time. The junior 165-pounder. Boy, weaved his way into the middle of the field, then all the way back to the near sideline. Returns it from his own 25 all the way to the 43-yard line, 44-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankerton. So great position here for the Bonham Cavaliers, maybe to make a last drive before halftime and get the lead right back again.
Yeah, and if you remember, their touchdown drive they did have was the only time that they started in Mount Vernon Plank's territory at their 46. So, it'd be interesting to see, can Mount Vernon Plank, bow up on defense a little bit here late in the second quarter.
By the way, a 9B update. Corsica Stickney now 26-0 lead over Brook South Central. Bryce Shazinski fakes the toss. He wants to throw. Lot of time. Throws it now up the sideline. It's complete inside the 30 to the 25 and down near the 20-yard line. And he will hit Tim Hayek on that pass. Boy, good protection. Shazinski had all day back there to throw. And a nice big gainer of close to 25 yards on that one.
Yeah, and it's, you take small school, big school out the window, whatever. You look at Shazinski. I mean, he's got good, really nice size for a quarterback, and he throws a nice ball. We saw right there, he put some zip on it on that sideline route.
Ball at the 21-yard line, so 24-yard pass play. They're going to put 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. It's an empty backfield. Shazinski to throw again, throws it out in the flat. Ooh, he just threw it over the head of Schenkel. Nathan Schenkel was there right around the line of scrimmage, but I think he might have had some room to dance. Said he had been able to catch that pass, just kind of sailed over his head a little bit. So 2nd down and 10 at the Titan 21-yard line.
Yeah, and that time Mount Vernon Plank, there were 3 down linemen. They rushed their 3 defensive linemen. Razoo blitzing from right up the middle from his inside linebacker spot. So nobody obviously there that can pick him up. So Shazinski had to get rid of that thing pretty quick.
Again, he's got the empty backfield. 5 receivers, a quarterback draw. Shazinski carrying a couple of guys for a few yards, but Cole Bathke had a hold of the legs. Cole will not let go. Still going to be a gain of about 3, maybe 4.
It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Yeah, we'll call it 3rd and 7. Ball at about the 18-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankerton. So you're in 4-down territory right here, though, for the Cavaliers, I'm sure.
Yeah, I would definitely think so. I mean, that first field goal, that first PAT they kicked, I mean, their kicker's got a decent leg, so you never know. But I would say here they're probably thinking 4 down for sure.
Ball at the 18. They get a first down at the 11-yard line. They're going to keep 2 men in the backfield this time with Shazinski, and it's a play action. Looking deep for Corton, and nope, can't get to it. The ball actually sailed out of bounds, but I think maybe Shazinski was throwing that one away more than anything else because that was great coverage. Yeah, had a man right on the shoulder of Corton going down the right sideline. So now it will be 4th down and 7 at the 18, and we're going to get a timeout. The Cavaliers will call a timeout. Let's run through everything that we've got for you here. Keep it right here for scores. We'll start with 11B. Tri-Valley leading McCook Central Montrose 24-0 in the second quarter. Winner, big lead on Parkston, 36-0 in the second quarter. And again, 3 touchdown lead for Bridgewater Emory Ethan. Now, we'll be getting updates on these at halftime for you, too. 9AA, it was Canastota 14, Chester 0 in the second. Woolsey Washington leading Kimball White Lake 20-0 in the second. One final from out west, Stanley County beat Hill City 52-0. That is a final score. In 9A, Scotland leading Platte Geddes 13-0 in the second quarter. As we said, a final Hanson defeated Newell 50-0. And in 9B, Corsica Stickney now leads Brook South Central 26-0 in the second. Cologne leading DeSmet 22-0 in the second. That's what we've got for you now. And again, we'll update everything. Coming up at halftime, well, a decision here for Coach Pudwell and the Cavaliers. What are they going to call on a 4th down and 7 play?
With how many different formations that we've seen from Tim, I'd be lying to you if I could even guess what he was thinking here. But, I'm guessing, to me, he's probably going to go after it through the air.
Corton and Merklon split to the right side. Shazinski going to hand it off. It's a halfback pass again over the middle, and a diving catch. Complete. Oh, I thought he had it. I thought Mace Merklon made a great diving catch. He's complaining that he had it. Joey Slama's complaining that he had it, but it's incomplete. Oh, boy.
And The back judge didn't make a call. I think he got shielded a little bit. The side judge over here is actually the one that called that incomplete. And I think maybe what he saw is when that ball came through as he was kind of rotating, maybe the ball hit the ground when he landed on it.
Yeah, I can't dispute it because it was that close to being either hit the ground or caught. I initially thought Mace Workman had it against Slama through that halfback pass, and it would have been a first down at the 7, but the Titans now take over. And right away, Schmidt with a handoff, and he's going to carry it himself right up the middle, and he's close to first down yardage. Nice big gain by Hayden Schmidt, the quarterback. Well, Hayden Schmidt comes pretty good background. His dad was a pretty good football player at Dakota Wesleyan. Folks might remember Bonnie Barcher from Hanson High School, and a good athlete, runner, basketball player. That's the parents. That's pretty good lineage right there. Almost as good as you there. Well, handoff straight ahead. No comment. Handoff straight ahead to Jesse Hastings. He will get the first down and more. Hastings is up to the 37-yard line. There's still 2:35 to go before halftime. So now Mount Vernon Plank leading by 5 points. And on the ground, they are moving the football. It's been their ground game.
I got to get refocused here, Tim.
Quick snap. They're going to hand it to Rahanic. He comes off left-handed, but he runs into two Cavaliers right there. Leading the charge for Bonham was Bryce Szczynski himself, and then Tim Hayek also on the stop.
No gain.
Second down and 10.
Yeah, and we're kind of approaching that 2-minute mark. And if I recall, I believe Mount Vernon Plank has all 3 timeouts here. I
don't remember them using one. There's a snap. Give is going to go right side to Hastings, and again, Bonham does a good job right here. Hastings twists for maybe a yard or two, but the last 2 plays, they've done a good job. And there's Bryce Szczynski again. So at his linebacker spot, the quarterback in on 2 stops. Make it 3rd down and almost 8 yards to go. The ball just shy of the Titans' own 40-yard line. The clock is running with 1:45 to go in the half. Schmidt, quarterback draw out of the shotgun. He's not going to get the first down. He's going to be stopped 2-3 yards short.
Schmidt on the keeper.
The tackle there from Tim Hayek again. And got some help in the middle of the line from Clay Whitmire as well. 4th down, about 2 to go for Mount Vernon Plank at their own 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Mount Vernon Plank, I think I'm going to gamble and go for it. You get late in the game, your defense is playing fairly well.
Boy, you're right, they're going.
I get lucky.
With a 5-point lead, they're going to go on 4th and 2 at their own 45-yard line. And maybe.
Time out on the field.
They're maybe trying to get them to jump, see if they get them on a hard count.
That big play capability of going down the field in a hurry. If you don't make it, boy, you're giving them the ball 45 yards away from the goal line. If you punt this ball away, they get
within about 3. Really
excellent job.
Fake.
They snap it, and then he's hit, but the 40-yard line. Mullenberg, once you get then you can go. The Cavaliers work with here before halftime. They are down 20-15. Szczynski has it, and he's got all.
Talked about on the top of before the game, Tim. You spread them. You get guys spread out, and just one missed tackle can mean a lot of yards.
If you just hop in and you don't have a bib number, and you just run. We have the armor vent and
light stability.
If you're you want to cool has a lot of it.
That's the Under Armour.
That play earlier. To break the huddle confidence.
Save big with
the charge.
I wish I had double-checked before discussing that play earlier.
Did anybody catch that play?
No.
Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You two do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently.
If you jump into and you haven't paid the entry fee.
If you just illegally.
Stability offering.
We have paired it with foot.
A light stability platform for the runner.
If you're a younger runner getting into running, you want a shoe that can do it all. You can train in, you can race in, it looks cool, has a lot of Under Armour attitude to it. That's the Bandit.
We call ourselves bandits. That's the Under Armour way, right? It's how we design product. It's how we live our life here at Under Armour.
Hey, Doug, got that
earlier. Did anybody catch that play? Like it's a real tough call. Over there.
Got it. Save big with State Farm.
Into a race.
Stability off segment.
We have the armor response, adaptive cushioning. We've done stability.
Has a lot of under.
Count double check workout.
In our own way, where we're more guiding the foot.
This shoe provides a light stability platform for the runner.
If you're a younger runner getting into running,
You're going to have to travel, but the key is you want to travel. Want to be playing on
to advance and continue to give yourself a chance to play more football.
Well, officials just about ready to get us started here. Again, Chase Corton, a 1-yard touchdown run, and then Nathan Schenkel falling on that fumbled snap punt on the Mount Vernon Plank side. Schenkel falling on it for the touchdown for Bonham. That's their 2 scores. Devin Rahanic on a 9-yard touchdown run, and then Tanner Rizou on a 3-yarder and a 1-yarder. And those have been the 3 touchdowns for Mount Vernon Plankerton here in this first half of play. They put a little extra time up on the board, so we do have a little extra time to take a look at. Let's just remind you again that playoffs for 3 classes, the big schools, Thursday night. Mitchell, of course, hosting Sturgis, a team that Mitchell beat pretty handily earlier this year out in Sturgis. 6 o'clock, an hour earlier because of the travel time there for Sturgis, so 6 o'clock rather than a 7 o'clock start time there for that ball game. And we'll just remind you, too, tonight we will have a complete 10:30 scoreboard show for you. John Haglund standing by with that. He will get us posted on all the scores. Should have all finals by that time. Maybe even some pairings ready to go for the
big 4-0 for one
the second round of the playoffs. At that time, we'll wait and see. But brought to you by Great Life Fitness and of course Harb's Sports Shop as well. So we'll get you posted on everything as we go throughout the rest of the night. Let me get a quick update here. World Series score. While we're still bottom of the 3rd inning. Still Cleveland 2 and the Chicago Cubs nothing. Again, in the 3rd inning of that one. The Bonham Cavaliers going to kick it off. If you remember, Mount Vernon Plank won the opening toss. They deferred here to halftime. So they will take the football, and they're going to defend the goal to our right as we look at the field, the west end of the field. And getting ready to kick it off here for Bonham. Cole Hartman from his own 40-yard line. The silver pants, the white jerseys, the red helmets for Bonham, all blue, and the black pants for Mount Vernon Plank. And here's the kick right down the middle of the field. Rahanic at his own 15-yard line, straight up the middle. Good push, crosses the 30 and crosses the 35 to about the 37-yard line. There on the stop for Bonham, Josh Schmidt, a sophomore, 165-pounder.
On the stop for the Cavaliers.
So the Titans will start officially right at their 36-yard line, moving right to left here on our dial, and we'll see if the Cavaliers can do anything maybe to slow down that power running game of the Titans in the first half. That kind of has been the difference. Here's Hayden Schmidt on first down. Rahanic coming over left end and almost broke that. Oh, man, he had one guy to get him, and Schenkel held on, or he might have been gone all the way.
Schenkel in on the stop for the Cavaliers.
Nice lead block on that play as well by the end. Taylor Trisco, number 45, and just about saw Devin Rahanic busted. He got 9 yards up to the 45-yard line, 2nd down and 1. Again, to go out of the double wing situation. And this time it's Hastings going to the right-hand side. He's got the first down. He's breaking tackles. Man, he just won't go down. He's going to get about 15 yards before he's brought down. Hastings all the way to the 41-yard line of the Cavaliers. And that was just all individual effort by the freshman. 5'9", 210 pounds.
And I'll tell you what, Hastings got hit, and we talked a little bit about this more on our drive over here, but Mace Merkwan paid for trying to hit him in the hole.
He is a load. He's a big kid. Rahanic in motion. They're going to give it straight ahead, and this time not too much, maybe 2-3 yardage. Tanner Rizou, so we've seen 3 different ball carriers the first 3 plays. Clay Whitmire there to stop him in the middle of the line. 2nd down and 7 for the Titans at the 39-yard line of the Cavaliers. Opening drive here of the 3rd quarter, and again it's 20-15, Mount Vernon Plankerton.
Yeah, we talked about it at halftime. I mean, you just said it, 3 different carriers, and you look at it's been evenly spread all first half.
Here's Hastings in motion, left to right. He'll get the handoff, sweeps the right end, doesn't have the first down, but he's got another 3 or 4 yards. We'll make it 3rd down and fairly short.
Schenkel in on the stop
Nathan
for the Cavaliers.
Schenkel and Joey Slama over there on the stop for Bonham. Right about the 35-yard line of the Cavaliers. 3rd down and almost 4 yards to go. Cavaliers need a stop here. Titans marching it downfield. They're going to go to Rizou, the fullback, and they do get the stop. Nice job in the middle of the line by the Cavaliers that time. Rizou maybe got a yard.
First down yardage.
That's about it. Down at the bottom of the pile, Sam Saba.
Stop for the Cavaliers.
Great play by Saba to go underneath the pile. He's the middle linebacker and get the legs of Rizou and slow him down. 4th down and 2.5, close to 3 yards. Ball at the 34-yard line of Bonham. Mount Vernon going for it. It's Schmidt on the keeper himself. Right straight ahead. Close, real close.
Schmidt on the carry for the Titans.
They needed to get to the 31, and boy, that's about right where that pile is. So we will have to wait and see. Chase Hutmaker, our referee from Chamberlain, the crew from Chamberlain, it's too close for him to see. We're going to bring chains out and a little measurement coming here. Well, this is huge at the Cavalier 31-yard line.
Yeah, it is. It's going to come down to the spot of the football here, and it's I don't know. I wouldn't want to call it from here.
No, it's too close.
Let me get out the binoculars.
Too close. Comes down to if they painted the line straight or not, I guess. All right, they're stretching the chains out, and Bonham says they've stopped them in the half.
By about 3 lengths of the chain.
Yeah, a couple of inches at the most. Well, that's a huge stop defensively here on the first series of the second half. So Bonham's offense will come out on the field, down by 5 points, and they'll have a shot here, starting again at their own 31-yard line. 9:41 to go in the third. Still getting a light sprinkle every once in a while. I see the officials with a towel out there covering up the football once in a while. Shazinski out of the shotgun, and he's going to keep it himself around the left end, and he's got room. 35, 40, 45, and up to midfield will go Bryce Shazinski. Brought down there in a pile on the stop. Eli Van Horn off the defensive line finally ran him down. But that's a 21-yard gain by Bryce Shazinski on first down.
Yeah, and again, Shazinski's not a small guy. I mean, he's a good-sized guy. He's got some power, so yeah, he's going to have to be one of those guys you wrap up, and you got to be able to make good contact is important, but wrapping up to make the tackle is even more important.
Spread 2 receivers to the near side of the field. And they're going to run a little screen. Here's Corton, stiff arms the first man, but then brought down on a nice second tackle right there by Mount Vernon Plankinton's Tanner Rizou after a gain of about 3 yards. You just kind of hold your breath when Chase Corton gets the ball out in the flat area because he can scoot so fast, but nice ankle wrap there by Rizou. It'll be 2nd down and 7 at the Titan 45.
Yeah, he's got good speed, but honestly, Tim, I think one of the things he's done so far, the times he's touched the ball, is he's tried to dance a little bit too much instead of just go getting upfield.
Yep. Well, he'll be in the slot to the right side. Mace Merkwan go wide, and here comes a little fly sweep, and Corton's got it. Will they catch him? He's at the 30, the 20, the 10. They will not catch him.
For the Cavaliers.
45-yard run. Well, just when we talk about Chase Corton, there is his speed. 8:29 to go here of the third quarter. And he breaks the big one, 45 yards. He came in motion off that slot right side. They handed it to him on the fly sweep lefts. And it's a 21-20 lead for the Bonham Cavaliers. They go 68 yards in just 3 plays. Of course, Shazinski started it out with the big 21-yard run. So now Bonham looking like they're going to go for 2 here with a 1-point lead. They will put Corton as a receiver out to the left-hand side. Otherwise, everybody else in tight. 2 men in the backfield. Shazinski out of the gun. Corton in motion. Shazinski trying to run it himself to the left side, looking for room. Turns it upfield, dives. He did not get in. Stopped just short by Shazinski. So the 2-point conversion not good. 21-20. The Bonham Cavaliers on a 45-yard run by Chase Corton. Back in a minute on KMIT Mitchell.
A shoe that can do it all. You can train in, you can race in, it looks cool, has a lot of Under Armour attitude to it. That's the Bandit.
We call ourselves Bandits. That's the Under Armour way, right? It's how we design product, it's how we live our life here at Under Armour.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport
are safer than ever before.
40 to our left and really, really short. Going to be taken by one of the up men at the 30-yard line, straight ahead across the 40 to about the 42, 43-yard line. On the return for Mount Vernon Plank, Jacob Clark.
Schmidt in on the stop.
And, you know, the drizzle is coming down okay here. I mean, it's not like a steady rain, but pretty good drizzle. You look up in the lights and you can see it,
not big drops or
it's a wet football.
It's enough to where it could cause some issues.
Yeah, you're right. So Mount Vernon Plankinton down by a point now. On first down, Schmidt wants to throw. Spun around behind the line. Now he's going to run it straight ahead, and he's close to first down yardage. Szynski finally corrals him. Great broken field run by Hayden Schmidt, the quarterback. And he will get 11, and he will get a first down at the 46-yard line of the Bonham Cavaliers. Let me sneak in a couple of finals from Class 11B blowout games tonight. Winner has defeated Parkston 52-0. Bridgewater Emory Ethan has defeated Chamberlain 53-0. Blake and I were talking, we have one of the few close games going on here tonight around the state. A lot of big lopsided scores. Schmidt handing the ball off. Here comes Devin Rahonic trying to get near side to the sideline. Bumped out after about a 2-3 yard gain. Good pursuit down the sideline that time and knocking him out of bounds. Joey Slama, number 7. Just would not let Rahonic turn the corner. Second down, we'll call it about 7 yards to go.
Yeah, nice job there, too. I mean, you talk about Corton's speed. I mean, Rahonic actually outran him to the corner to get the edge to pick up a couple of yards because Corton was coming right down the line trying to use that sideline, just couldn't get to him.
2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line of Bonham. Here's a pitch. Hastings going to try to turn the corner right side. Goes airborne, and he's tackled on the play. Sticking a shoulder, Caleb Crownover right there. And Jesse Hastings just tried to go right over the top of him, but he got enough of the leg to bring him down with only a yard gain at the 41.
Penalty flag here.
Oh, late
sideline warning, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Sideline warning
on the bottom side of the field. So no penalty yardage on this, just a warning. It will be 3rd down and about 5 to go for the Titans at the Cavalier 41-yard line. By the way, if we have time, we'll talk about that penalty we were confused about on a low block below the waist on the defense of Bonham earlier, and we found out what that was all about. All right, here we go. Big 3rd and 5. Schmidt, quarterback draw. Straight ahead he comes. Pushing the pile. He's got it.
First down yardage.
Needed 5. Looks like he got 6. He's at the 34-yard line of the Cavaliers. Move the chains for Mount Vernon Plankinton. 7.5 minutes to go. Quarter number 3. 21-20. Bonham out in front here in the light drizzle coming down in Mount Vernon tonight.
Well, you got to give Hayden Schmidt a lot of credit there. I mean, he's fairly patient when he's running that. They're spreading the defense out. He's just kind of tucking in behind his blockers.
Oh, speaking of a spread, look at this. We got 4 receivers in the pattern, and it's going to be Schmidt again just trying to run it up the middle, and he's got room. 30-25, dives down near the 20-yard line. Well, they put 2 receivers either side, kind of spread the defense open, and the Mount Vernon Plankinton line opens up a big hole right there. Put it at the 23-yard line of the Cavaliers. Another first down for the Titans.
And I think he just read the defensive end there because he pulled that pretty late. Defensive end got upfield, and he just pulled it and ran underneath.
On first down, give is going to be to Rahonic off left end, and it's played pretty well this time by Bonham. Right there, Tim Hayek holding on from behind to make the stop.
Helping in on the stop for the Cavaliers.
And a gain of about 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8.
Cade Hellman on the line, but it was Hayek who had a hold of Rahonic from the backside and dragged him down. Put it at the 21-yard line of Bonham. 2nd and long, and they're going to go to the double wing, tight formation, no receivers. In motion, Hastings, the left wing. They'll give him the toss. Hit and drop behind the line of scrimmage. Great play. Nathan Schenkel, the senior, 6'2", 190. Knifes through there, run it all the way on the sweep to the right, and takes the legs out from Hastings.
2 yards. It's going to be
it will be
3rd
3rd and 10. They are back to the 23-yard line. Lost 2 yards on that play.
Well, you notice now, a little bit now here in the second half, one of the things Bonham's doing is they're not trying to tackle Hastings high anymore. They're going down to the legs and trying to take his legs out from him.
3rd and 10 play for Mount Vernon Plank. We click under 6 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They are down by a point. They'll spread it out again. Receivers both sides. Schmidt looking to pass, rolling left, plants the foot, throws it down to the end zone. It is caught, I think. I'm waiting for the sign. Touchdown! Jesse Hastings, great diving catch in the left corner of the end zone. 23-yard pass, and a beautiful pass by Schmidt as well. Wow. Great throw, great catch. 5:44 on the clock here in the third, and the Titans have grabbed the lead back. So not only is Hastings a punishing runner, but now he's got pretty good hands too. And they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Rahonic in motion. The give is going to be to Rizou, and he is hit and dropped behind the line. Nice play by Cade Hellman right there to meet Rizou straight on.
44 to go.
So the score, 26-21. Mount Vernon Plankinton back out in front. We'll return in 1 minute on KMIT. Mitchell.
We hope you are all enjoying the student productions of your school. Tonight's event and every event produced by your school during the school year are created, filmed, and produced by the students you love to follow and support. Become a booster of your school's live event coverage by becoming a sponsor. It's a great way to show your support of the athletes and students in your community. As a sponsor, you'll get great visibility for your business, organization, or family by supporting the live productions of your school.
The 25-yard line going to be returned outside the 40 to about the 42-yard line by Cullen Adams. We've seen Cullen make some nice returns here tonight. And so the Cavaliers got to fight from behind again in this back and forth football game. We have exchanged leads all night long. We do have another final for you, another big blowout game tonight in 9AA. Woolsey Washington in the backfield with Shasinski. He's going to roll to his left, looking downfield. Plants, puts it up in the air for Corton. He can't get it down around the 25-yard line. A little bit too far down the left sideline.
It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Well, second down 10 coming up.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that part of me wonders if Hayden Schmidt maybe didn't see that football or not, because he was kind of timing up the receiver. I almost thought he had a chance to kind of burst through and maybe have a chance to pick that off on that deep throw.
Just looking up into the lights here, the rain is pretty much stopped now. I don't see much. I mean, maybe
sprinkles,
little bit, but not what it was doing before. So, yeah, we've got a little slick field and a little wet football out there, but nothing serious. Could be snow, right? Second down and 10. We're going to bring him down over there with a gain of about 5-6 yards on the play, but good job by Devin Rahonic over on the far side of the field to wrap the ankles. So it'll be third down. We'll call it about 4 to go for the Cavaliers at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was that same formation, that same play where they ran that little swing pass to Schenkel at the end of the first half where he got about 45 yards. So,
you're right.
Nice job of adjusting.
Yeah, good tackle by Rahonic. Screen. 45. Middle screen. And move the chain down at the 45-yard line of the Titans.
Yeah, I thought Cole Bathke almost got a little bit of a finger on that. He must have just missed it. He was close to getting his fingers on there to tip or possibly knock that down.
Bonham huddling up here. The clock running 4:45 to go in the third. 26-21. Mount Vernon Plankinton with the lead. Long huddle here, by the way, by the Cavaliers. Here they come out now. Going to split a receiver. Joey Slama to the near side, then Schenkel's inside of him. Corton too high. Ooh, almost picked off. Sailed over Mace Merkwan, and there was a chance back there for the pick. Hayden Schmidt gave it a dive, just couldn't quite get to it. We have seen Szerzinski throw a couple of balls a little bit high tonight.
Yep, he has. He's floated a couple of them. It's been more of those throws where he's planted and he's tried to throw more.
On sweep to the 10-yard line. Great kick-out block by Nathan Schenkel. That sent Chase Corton free down the near Mount Vernon Plank sideline. They're going to say he stepped out around the 6-7 yard line. That's a big one. Boy, Corton starting to get loose here now in the second half.
Yeah, he was a little bit, and you've seen a little less dance, and I've seen more running down there.
Time it'll be set back and forth, back and forth. No one has had more than a one-score lead in this game.
Second and goal.
It's 26-21 Titans right now. Call it the 3-yard line. Second down, goal to go from there. Ball at the west end of the field, the right side as we look at it here from the booth. They'll split one receiver to the left, but they're in that stacked eye. Schenkel in front of Corton in the backfield. Shazinski under center. Here's the snap. Going to fake the handoff. Shazinski out of the pocket, throwing back over the middle, and a little bit too high and incomplete. Tim Hayek was open momentarily, but I'll tell you what broke that up was the pressure by Eli Van Horn from the defensive line, because he got right in the face of Shazinski, and he had to throw a little off balance.
Yeah, and Shazinski's receiver actually was kind of coming back towards the football. Had he stayed in the back of the end zone, I think he's got a chance to come down with that. It's maybe not quite as high over his head, but very good pressure, like you said, from Mount Vernon Plankington.
So now third and goal from the 3-yard line. Slama will spread to the left. Everybody else in tight in the eye. Costa Corton can't go. He's out. But the signal is touchdown for Corton. What a run. I mean, it was designed as a sweep to the right on the toss. He came all the way near the right sideline, saw, I'm in trouble. We got too many people there. Came all the way around the left side, dove across the goal line, but let's see what the hanky is all about here.
And it was thrown after the touchdown
Seemed
signal was given, because it was the side referee over there, that side judge, that signaled touchdown, and then he threw. So they're talking to Bonham.
Yeah,
so
they are.
It's going to be against Mount Vernon Plank. You wonder if there was a late hit after the penalty and whistle.
Could be over on the far
after
side.
the signal and the whistle.
Well, here comes the sign. Yeah, personal foul against Mount Vernon Plank, so that's probably exactly what it was. Late hit over there. That'll go in the books as a 3-yard touchdown run. How many yards do you think he actually ran that time?
I'm going to go roughly about 55.
I mean,
because he got
sideline to sideline.
He for sure got to the numbers and then went back, and you're talking 53 yards wide on the field.
Corton with his speed right there. I mean, he had nothing coming to the right side. He just made that play. And then the quarterback, Shazinski, actually the one that kind of threw the block back and around the 10-yard line to get him around the corner. So, Cavaliers by 1, and now here they go for the 2-point conversion again. Corton deep out of the eye set. Shazinski straightens up after going under center. Now he's ready. And the snap. And he's going to roll to his right side. Looking. Throws the ball into the end zone. He's got the 2-point conversion. Slama with the catch in the right corner this time. So now it becomes a 3-point lead for Bonham. 29-26. Again, the 3-yard touchdown run by Corton. 3:22 to go in the quarter. An 8-play, 58-yard drive. We'll come back in a minute on KMIT Mitchell.
That's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activity, the South Dakota Interscholastic.
What I like best on run on the field. I love knowing that with the proper equipment.
High school
Here are 3 important reasons why your son plays sport in high school.
Right, he hands it off to Rahonic, coming back to the left. And it's first down at the 19-yard line of Bonham. The Titans trailing by 3 points, but here we go again.
Yeah, give Cronover some credit. He came from the far side of the field.
Schmidt on first down. They give us to Hastings, trying the right end. Again, tries to go airborne, but they take his legs out. He'll still get some yards, 3 or 4, the way it looks on the play. But pretty good pursuits. That time it was Schenkel, Nathan Schenkel over there on the stop.
It's going to be 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7, about the 16-yard line.
Yeah, I still can't get over the fact that Hastings is a freshman, and you think 3 years from now he's going to run and be a load to take down.
You got that right. And again, it's got a touchdown pass too. Here's Razoo, straight ahead, left side, big punch in there with lower the head, the shoulders, and he's down near the 10-yard line, short of the first down, but it's not going to leave much. Third and about a yard to go, right at the 10-yard line of the Cavaliers. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Again, this is one of the best games of the night. All the other scores we're getting are lopsided. But this one has been a dandy. In motion, Rahanic. Schmidt trying to keep it himself for that yard straight ahead. There's a big pile up, but I think on second effort he might have got it. Pretty good job of the guys up front that time for Bonham. But he got it, yep.
It was, and Clay Whitmire, playing from that nose tackle position, got a lot of push and actually got it back into Schmidt.
But just enough. First and goal to go at the 9-yard line for Mount Vernon Plankinton. Down by 3 points, at least for the moment. They'll go out of the double wing again. In motion, Hastings to the right. But the give is going to be to Rizou straight ahead. He is hit and driven back. And we may have got a little forward progress, but Shazinski hit him pretty good straight on from his linebacker spot. And Whitmire again down there, the nose guard. He's a big kid, 260 pounds, 6'4" is Whitmire. Well, 1 yard gain, second and goal to go from the 8-yard line.
From the 8.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking. It looks like Van Horn, I thought, was the center, but he's playing guard right now.
Here's a sweep. Rahana coming left side. It's going to be tackled for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Cade Hellman comes knifing across for the Cavaliers to make a great defensive play. That'll put it back outside the 10-yard line. About the 11-yard line. It is third and goal to go from the 11.
Third and goal.
Huge play by Hellman right there.
Yeah, and Bonham's taking Whitmire out, giving him a break, maybe a little bit more speed up front, but he's been causing problems.
Now Rahanic will split as a receiver. Schmidt with a snap, rolls that way, looking for Rahanic, can't find him. Schmidt dancing behind the line of scrimmage, now fires it toward the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. He wanted Rahanic all the way and bought a lot of time running all the way from the left hash where it was snapped over to the far side of the field and then let it fly right before he stepped out of bounds, but incomplete. It will be fourth and goal from the 11-yard line. Would be a huge stop here for the Cavaliers, obviously, with 39 seconds to go, third quarter.
Yeah, and they're going to go for it. And you don't know what kind of game they have as far as a field goal game. I mean, this wouldn't be too far of a field goal, really. If you were going to try to tie the game up.
Well, they'll spread the field, two receivers either side. The snap to Schmidt. Hayden looking, right side for Hastings. Got him, and he dives across the end zone. Touchdown.
Hastings for a touchdown.
Hastings took a hit right at the goal line from Colin Adams, but again, the kid is pretty big, and he runs close to the ground. And 210 pounds, they just could not stop him. 11-yard pass play. That is the second time that Schmidt has hit Hastings on a touchdown pass. The other one was a 23-yarder. Now, 32-29 game. Here's a pitch to Hastings, trying to get in for two. He right in at the pylon. He made it. Yes, just stepped in at the right pylon.
32 seconds to go, third quarter.
32 seconds to go in the quarter. The score now becomes Mount Vernon Plankinton 34 and the Bonham Cavaliers 29 in a great ball game. 9-play, 80-yard drive. Schmidt to Hastings on the touchdown pass. Back in a minute on KMIT Mitchell.
Want to know what
Hey, Doug, how'd that discount double check
I
work out
like
for you?
best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper conditioning and the
Dakota High School Activities and the South Dakota Association.
As we come back, kickoff from that's about all they're going to do.
5-yard line.
Seconds now to go. We're down to 5 seconds. Bottom 20.
Play a sport in have better grades, safer than.
It's all about sports. The Buffalo Casino is your way to win more often. Our youth, our future. Thanks for all you do.
Almost got another 49 yards in the last possession.
Because the look that they give you, but good pressure, and he's lucky he didn't fumble that football the way he was holding it out there.
Well, now it's 3rd and 13. The ball is back on Bonham's own 37-yard line. He'll keep a couple of guys in the backfield this time. But looking to throw, got some time, up the sideline, he's got a man, and a catch right at the first down marker. Boy, he threw that ball to Corton, right at the marker. He's got it by a yard, and again, one of those balls that's a foot off the grass. The only guy who's going to catch that ball is Chase Corton.
Yeah, it was, and you can't fault him. You got to give Corton some cushion, which is what they did. Corton took off like he was just going to run a fly route down the side, got to the sticks and just turned and sat down, and Shazinski hit him with the pass.
So they get that 13 yards, first down, and a play action pass. Shazinski loading it up down the middle of the field. It's intercepted, picked off back at about the 28-yard line. Mount Vernon returning it, Dane Rahonic. He's coming to the near sideline. Midfield to the 40, to the 30, and he's tackled there.
Big interception.
A flag is down way back at about the 45-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton. It might have been a block in the back or something, a hold on the return, but it's going to be an interception by Dane Rahonic. And a little errant pass there thrown by Shazinski was wide of his receiver. The officials are talking it over. Let's see. And again, the flag is way back. He was tackled inside the 30-yard line of Bonham. The flag is back at about the 45 of Mount Vernon Plank. Oh, it's against Bonham. Wow. Personal foul on Bonham during the run back. That'll add more yards to it.
That's a big penalty.
Ooh, boy, I'll say. They're going to be down around the 15-yard line.
Yeah, the ball marked right now at about the 28, it looks like.
Well, Mount Vernon Plankinton up by 5. As we said, no one has ever led by more than one score in this game. Back and forth, it's 34-29, the Titans. But now they're threatening to go up here with 10 minutes to go in the game by a couple of scores inside the red zone here, the Scott Supply red zone.
I think it should be marked right around the 13, 14-yard line.
That's where they're going. 13-yard line. So first and 10.
13-yard line.
Hayden Schmidt will bring his troops out here. Going to go out of that double wing. Hastings wing left, Rahonic wing right. Razoo the fullback. It's Rahonic trying to sweep left side, cuts inside a block, dives down near the maybe 7-yard line or so.
Slama in on the stop.
Got about 4 or 5 yards. We'll see when they unpile. He's not quite that far. He's at the 9-yard line.
With 9:50 to go here, Tim, if Mount Vernon can punch this in, even if they don't convert, they got a 5. That'd give them an 11-point swing.
Yep, finally get the double figures. Second down and about 6 to go. It's Razoo, the fullback, stood straight up at the line, but then he just keeps fighting there for a couple of extra yards.
Hellman.
Good play by, as you probably heard on the PA right there, Hellman. He's made some good plays middle of the line, Cole Hellman, and he's just a sophomore kid.
A long two for the Titans.
Playing it tough. Third down, 2 yards to go at the 5-yard line of the Cavaliers.
Yep, so they can get a first down. It's not like they got to get into the end zone here.
Yep. Can get a first down at the 3. Again, they go the same double wing. Rahonic in motion, but Schmidt's going to keep it himself. Quarterback carry, trying to stretch it out for what he can.
Oh, they're going to say he was down.
He's down. Cavaliers are angry, but I think he did have a knee down. And it might be enough for the first down at the 3-2-yard line. It is first down. At about the 2.
First and goal for the Titans.
Schmidt was trying to stretch for some extra yards. We saw that same play from Corton in the final seconds of the half, and his was a fumble in the end zone. This time not. So first and goal to go from the 2-yard line. Schmidt going to hand the ball Rahonic left side. Stopped momentarily, but he's going to get it on second effort. They'll go wide to the sideline. Devin Rahonic with the score with 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the football game. And for the first time, we have a double-figure lead. It is a 40-29 lead for the Titans of Mount Vernon Plankinton. Officially will go as a 2-yard touchdown run. Of course, it comes off the interception from Dane Rahonic. The big play that set that up. The 2-point conversion. Schmidt will roll right. Grabbed as he throws it, but he's got Rahonic again. Devin Rahonic for the 2.
Schmidt's completion to Rahonic.
It is now Mount Vernon Plankinton 42, the Bonham Cavaliers 29. 4-play, 13-yard drive off the interception. Back in a minute on KMIT Mitchell.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. That's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that with the proper equipment, education, conditioning, and coaching, high school sports here in South Dakota are safer than ever before. That's something I really love.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And after this one, it's a line drive kick and should be a pretty decent return. Mace Merkwan to the far side. Well, he's going to come up close to the 40-yard line. Just kind of picked it right out of the air. So Merkwan will put his team at their own 39-yard line, and now with 8:39 to go, they need to score some points. All right, let's give you some scores here again. Finals in 11B, Tri-Valley defeats McCook Central 36-6. Winner defeats Parkston 52-0. Bridgewater Emory Ethan big over Chamberlain 53-0. Red Cloud has defeated Custer 40-28. Those are the finals we have. In 9AA, Woolsey Washington has defeated Kimball White Lake 56-6. Baltic has defeated Dual 54-0. Stanley County has beaten Hill City 52-0. Canastota was leading Chester 42-6 in the fourth quarter. There's a pass. Szynski over the middle. Slama's got the catch, and he's got a first down. Gain of about 13 yards.
It's going to be first.
Again, a nice low pass down around the knees where only Joey Slama could go get it. Put the ball at the 48-yard line of the Titans. And first down for the Cavaliers, and that's what they need, chunks like that down the field here.
Yeah, they do, and then, and I don't expect them to take as much time in the huddle as they have been. I'd expect them to be a little bit quicker pace. Still huddled, but a little quicker.
Empty backfield here. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. We saw Szynski get sacked the last time they did this. Man in motion. They're going to hand it to him. It's a reverse back to Cortan. He's in trouble. No gain on the play. Read extremely well that time by Mount Vernon Plankinton. Leading the charge was Cole Bathke from the line. Was not fooled on that reverse. And I'm not sure if Cortan wasn't going to step and throw that ball down the field.
I'm not totally sure. And I think it was supposed to be more of a handoff. And I think Cortan realized Hayek was going to get tackled, so he pitched it to him. But I'm with you. I don't know if he was maybe going to throw or not.
2nd and 10 from the 48-yard line. Pass over the middle, and there's Slama again, and again it's another first down. Just a little slant pattern. He's all the way down about the 33, 32-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton. Well, that's been the 2 passes that have hooked up on this drive so far for the Cavaliers. Bryce Szynski to Joey Slama. Slama's just a sophomore. 7.5 minutes to go in the football game. 1st and 10 at the Mount Vernon Plank 33. Mount Vernon Plankinton leading at 42-29. 3 receivers to the left, but they'll keep a man in the backfield. Slama in motion. Szynski back. Throws it out of the backfield. Schenkel trying to get to the sideline. He's inside the 30. He'll get maybe 5-6 yards and then run out of bounds on the Mount Vernon sideline. Jesse Hastings there to knock him out of bounds along with Hayden Schmidt. See forward progress. They're going to get about 7-8 yards on that play.
And they're finding a little bit here. They're finding some success in this 3-receiver set, which they're going to go away from here.
Ball's at the 25-yard line of the Titans. 2nd down and 2. Keep 2 men in the backfield, but again, Szynski to throw. Long down the right sideline. It's hanging in the air. Cortan can't get to it. That ball landed out of bounds, and I'll tell you what, Bryce Szynski paid a price on that play because right after he threw the ball, Tanner Rizou came up the middle and lowered the boom on him. Boy, that was a big hit.
Yeah, he did, right at that release point, and that's one of those, as a quarterback, can cause it to float just a little bit like it did, or it's going to come down, you're going to hold on to it and drive it down into the ground more, but that one definitely floated on him a little bit.
Well, now it's 3rd and 2. becomes critical that the Cavaliers get the first down. They're at the 25-yard line, but now we're down to 7:06 to go in the game.
I believe all teams have all 3 timeouts, I believe, Tim.
Szynski's going to keep it on the keeper left side. Breaks a tackle, first down and more. He's going to dive down around the 15-yard line. Slama with a good block out in front of the play that time. And let me see who the other one was that threw that block. That would be
Schenkel, I believe.
number 22, Josh Crono. It was out in front of the block. So they both threw excellent blocks. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. So the Cavaliers, after falling behind by a couple of scores, fighting right back down the field, they're going to go empty backfield again. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right-hand side. The snap to Szynski, looking out in the flat. He's got Schenkel and dives inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line. Getting maybe 6 on the play. Hayden Schmidt right there on the tackle. So not a big yardage play, but good positive gain of 6 yards on first down.
Schmidt in and on the stop for the Titans. A gain of 5.
Ball just inside the 10-yard line. We'll call it the 10. Nose of the ball looks like it might be just a little bit inside.
I can barely see it. I'm stretching my neck around the corner to try and give you some help here.
2nd down and about 5 yards to go. Szynski again to throw. Right corner of the end zone. He's got a man. Did he stay in bounds? Yep. Touchdown.
Szynski's pass.
Nice catch. Mace Merkwad right at the pylon. The ball was snapped at the left hash mark, so Szynski had to throw that ball all the way across field, put a lot of air under that one, and just let Merkwad run right underneath it. A 10-yard touchdown pass. 6:03 to go in the football game, and now it's 42-35.
Yeah, with a 7-point lead, 7-point difference, this is a pretty big extra point here. If you can get it down, get it down to 5, where if you get a touchdown, you don't need the extra point.
Szynski with the snap. Here comes Slama on an end around, go to the right side. He stretches and he got it.
For the 2-point conversion.
Slama carries it in. Joey gets the 2-point conversion, and we're back to a 5-point contest again.
42,
what a great football game this is. 6:03 to go. Mount Vernon Plank 42, Bonham Cavaliers 37, and a kickoff coming with 6:03 to go. Let's pause for 30 seconds on KMIT Mitchell.
Catch that play? No. Okay, we're going to act like we're debating about it. You 2 do the bouncy football thing. You rub your head like it's a real tough call. No, that looks like you're having a migraine. I'm going to break the huddle confidently, and we're going to call it incomplete.
Your mic's on! First down! Thank you!
70,000 people were there.
20 million more watching at home.
Got it!
Save big with State Farm.
Where will you find Black Hills State University graduates? Everywhere, locally, nationally, and internationally. Black Hills State University is where community leaders are inspired, where future teachers are prepared, where global connections lead.
Scoring kind of game, well, that's exactly what we have here. Back and forth, up and down the field. 42-37 with 6 minutes to play. Final, Canastota has defeated Chester tonight 42-12 in 9AA football. Of course, in our Dice Financial Post game, we will have all of the scores from across the state for you. Well, Cavaliers need to stop. Here's the kickoff, and it's fairly short, about the 25. Just going to kind of slip and put a knee down right there. Is going to be Mount Vernon Plankin's Austin Graves. Probably a smart move. Right now it's all about them picking up first downs, and by them I mean the Titans picking up first downs and watching that clock move. They will start this drive at their own 28-yard line. Left to right from the east to the west end of the field. You can see a little mist in the lights again, but I won't even call it a drizzle. It's just a mist, nothing like we had a little bit earlier. On first down, handoff, Rohanek trying to go left. All stopped, but then he comes back to the middle and picks up a couple of yards. Good job by Rohanek. Joey Slama in on the tackle, the guy who made a couple of big catches on that last touchdown drive for the Bonham Cavaliers. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. The ball at Mount Vernon Plankin's 25-yard line. Clock running with 5:35 to go in the football game. In motion, they're going to pitch it to the motion man. Here comes Hastings right side. 360 move around the first tackle, and he's got a first down. Boy, you've talked about him before, Blake. Freshman Jesse Hastings, 5'9", 210, and the kid has got the moves. That was a great 360 spin move to get out of a tackle, and first down out of the 42-yard line.
The other thing you don't see out of kids that are freshmen playing up at the high school or varsity level is you typically don't see kids that just keep their legs driving, and he does.
Yeah.
He's got spin move, he's got good speed, but he's got a lot of power too.
We're down to 5:10 to go now, and a new set of downs for Mount Vernon Plankinton. They lead by 5 points. The double tight ends, they're going to give the ball to Razoo, the fullback, and this time the Cavaliers are ready and waiting. 3-4 of the white and red jerseys to drive him back. It was Shasinski, the linebacker. Merkwan gave him some help again. Slama was in there. It was gang tackling. 2nd and 10 for the Titans at their own 42-yard line, but the clock is becoming an enemy here for the Cavaliers. They know they've got to come up with a stop here. Can't let them run too many more plays.
And you see Schmidt kind of watching that back, Judge. He's going to raise his hand here in a second. That's going to be the 10-second mark on the play clock, and then he'll start counting it down.
We're at 4:20, and now they start the 10 count, and now we get the snap. And here comes Hastings again to the right side. This time a good ankle tackle will bring him down. It is Bryce Shasinski who will make the stop. Ooh, and we've got a Cavalier player shaken up. That's Sam Saba
down on the field
the field at the spot of the tackle. Saba's up on his knees, but I think he just took the pretty good hit. Well, we talked about Jesse Hastings, and I think Hastings just met him head on that time. And so an injury timeout on the field for Sam Saba.
And I think Bonham was actually going to call a timeout there based on the look at when their coaches was walking out, but this alleviates them having to use one.
Well, this will be right now the play coming up out of this injury timeout for Bonham, because they have Mount Vernon Plank where they want them. 3rd and 7. The ball at the Titans' own 45-yard line. If you stop him here, Brent Olson just about can't go for it. He can't give him the ball in midfield. So I think you stop him on 3rd down, you're going to get the football back, and there's still 4 minutes to go. Slama is up, and it looked like an ankle. Left ankle. As he's limping as he is helped off the field to the far side.
And the tough piece to keep in mind here, too, for Mount Vernon Plank is they've had some issues punting the ball.
No, that's right.
They've had the one snap over the head, and then they've had the other one where the ball was tipped, nearly blocked. So, it's one of those things where you kind of got to pick your poison if you're not able to get it here, unless you can get it down to 4th and 1 or 2. Then it's a little different.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 7 from their own 45-yard line. Going to hand it to Rahanic, left side. He's got the first down.
Rahanic on the carry.
Stretches it all the way to the 45-yard line. And Hastings was out in front of the play, throwing a very nice block. Also out there leading the play, Dustin Frank. Frank and Hastings, they just cleared the way. And it's a big first down for Mount Vernon Plankinton at the 47-yard line of the Cavaliers. And there'll be less than 4 minutes to go now when they snap the ball here on first down. And as you said, Hayden Schmidt will kind of watch that back, Judge. He does not have to snap it early here. I mean, he can let good 20 seconds to go if he wants before he snaps that ball. He's just standing right now behind his center, looking at that back judge down the field behind the defense. And that guy will lift his hand when it gets to 10, and there's the hand going up. So now Schmidt goes under center, and he's going to keep it himself, just straight ahead for a couple. He'll get to the 45-yard line. Tim Hayek on the stop there for the Cavaliers.
Stop for the Cavaliers.
2nd down and 8. But now we're down to 3.5 exactly to play in the game.
Yeah, and then that whistle is the start of the play clock there. 3 here before they snap it. I mean, honestly, they should be able to get
plays or rotating at the edge. Play by Schenk. This time about 2 minutes.
Your son or daughter's sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are ever before.
This South Dakota High School Activities Association and
43-yard line. Go here again. Put him deep in their own end. Barely. 29. Shasinski out of the gun, looking to throw. Sideline pattern. He's got Corton. Steps out right at the stick. Close to making the first down. We'll see exactly where he stepped out. It'll be at about the 37, 38-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton. No sign yet whether they got the first down or not. Clock is stopped with 2:23 to go. 2:23. It's second and a half yard. They line up quickly. Again, the clock not running, though, because he stepped out of bounds. They'll keep 2 men in the backfield. Bryce Shazinski looking to throw. Now rolls to the far side. He's going to run for the first down and steps out of bounds. Got it by a couple of yards. Right in front of the bottom bench. And a late flag. Oh, my goodness. If this is a late hit, that is a huge play right there. A late flag over in front of the bottom bench. I know they were kind of jumping up and down. They thought Shazinski got hit late, but we'll wait for the sign right here. The clock says 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Chase, Hutmaker, Chamberlain, personal foul. Mount Vernon. No, that's a free 15 yards. And Bonham is in business here. Wow, this will move the ball down about the 25-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton with 2:17 to go. Now plenty of time. Put it at the 24-yard line. First down for the Bonham Cavaliers.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a case. I mean, I know you want to get the score to try to go up, but you got to be a little careful here if you're Bonham. You don't want to score too quick and give them that much more time to have a chance.
But they need the 6. They'll take it any way they can get it. Corton in motion. Snap is fumbled by Shazinski. Hands it off, and there's going to be a big loss. They're lucky they just didn't fumble it. Nathan Schenkel did come get the handoff.
Second and about 14 for the Cavaliers.
The snap out of the shotgun was dropped right at the feet of Bryce Shazinski, and they will lose about 3 yards on that play, maybe 4. Ball is back to the 27-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton, and we're under 2 minutes to play. Second and about 13. There's the snap. Big rush, again the screen over the middle. Corton's looking for blockers. Trying to race near sideline, and he's dragged down from behind. That's a big tackle by Hayden Schmidt of Mount Vernon Plankinton. He catches Corton before he can turn the corner. Be third and still long, about 3rd and 9 yards to go with 1:41 to go in the game.
I think he did get out of bounds, so the clock stopped.
The ball is at the 24-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton. 3rd and 9. Shazinski with a snap, looking over the middle. He's got his man, and probably first down yardage inside the 15 the way it looks. Yep, they're signaling first down. Josh Schmidt, who we have not called before, a sophomore, goes over the middle, catches the pass. First down at the 13-yard line of Mount Vernon Plankinton with 1:34 to go. What a great football game.
Absolutely.
Timeout Titans. Mount Vernon Plankinton stops the clock. They lead by 5 points, 42-37, but the Cavaliers are 13 yards away from taking the lead. Let's take a 30-second break here on KMIT Mitchell.
And where underground research is changing the way we understand the universe. Visit bhsu.edu and enroll now at Black Hills State University, where you can earn your degree affordably, and with campuses in Spearfish and Rapid City, stay in the beautiful Black Hills. Where does your future begin? At Black Hills University, where anything is.
You jump into a race and you haven't paid the entry fee.
If you just hop in and you don't have a bib number and you just run with it illegally.
It's called being abandoned.
The Charge Bandit is the first
drive at their own 39-yard line with 2 minutes and 44 seconds to go. They are now at the Mount Vernon Plankinton 13-yard line, and there's 1:34 to go. This has been a great drive, using the clock well, but of course, can they finish it off? Corton wide to the left side. Shazinski keeps 2 men with him in the gun. Here's Corton in motion. Shazinski rolling to the far right side. He's going to tuck it, try to run, and he can't go anywhere, and we've got a flag down too.
Flag on the play.
He's not going to get anything. Maybe a yard at the very, very most, but now the flag becomes huge, and I think it's going to go against the Cavaliers here, but we'll wait for the sign. Yep, holding against Bonham. Oh, boy.
And I don't know, I can't remember, Tim, if he got out of bounds. If he didn't, once they place this, they'll wind the clock at the penalty. But I don't know, I didn't see over there if he got out of bounds or not.
Well, this changes the whole complexion. It's going to take the ball out to the 24-yard line again of Mount Vernon Plankinton. And you're right, I think they're going to start it They've got to go all the way down to the 3-yard line for a first down. Minute 25 to go. Shazinski with it. Right sideline, delivers it. Was it not incomplete? Corton couldn't get to it. Rohanek on the coverage right up against the sideline.
Oh, I think he caught it, but I think he thought it was out of bounds. Yep.
So second down here and about 20 yards to go. Ball at the 23.5-yard line. They've got to go down to the 3. Minute 19 to play, but now second down, it becomes a matter that you got to convert here. Time or no time on the clock. Taking a lot of time in the huddle. Clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. Well, Josh Schmidt, who caught one over the middle, was the only receiver wide right side. Corton back in motion to throw. Up the sideline. He's got his man Schenkel. He's down to the 15. He's down to the 10, and he's diving down close to a first down. We'll have to see where they mark it.
Still in bounds, I think.
Called by the Titans.
Yep, with 1:05 to go, and they are going to be third and about 4 yards at the 7-yard line, the way it looks.
And that little screen, similar type play, but they ran it out to Schenkel a little bit. They give that action of that screen to Corton when he's kind of came across in motion, hit Schenkel going on the outside. But
well, again, ball rests just outside the 7-yard line. They got to get to the 3. They got a couple of cracks to make it here. Down by 5 points, 42-37 are the Cavaliers. So Mount Vernon Plankerton using their time at the Cavaliers score. They got big trouble because they'd have to go down the field in a big hurry with only one timeout left. So it's come down to this. We said, who's going to have the ball last may win this game. Well, we'll find out if that's true or not. From the 7-yard line, under center, they're going to toss it to Corton. It's a run to the right side. He dives right near the marker. He may be just short. It'll be 4th, I believe, and short coming up. About a yard to go. The clock is running, and now it's stopped. And I think the Cavaliers have used their last time out, or it's Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon did.
Ball 1 for the Cavaliers.
Ooh, I'm surprised.
That surprises me a little bit. I thought maybe they would let it go, and make Bonham burn that last time
that's
out.
Right.
And save yourself one if you need it, but that's going to be for sure Mount Vernon Plank's third timeout, if I'm not mistaken. I think Bonham still has one.
Third.
Bonham still has one left, I believe. But
I just think it lets your offense regroup here on a 4th down. Otherwise, they would have had to been hurrying to try to get that 4th down play off. Now you can talk it over what you want to do, and they only need a yard here. Remember, and there's still 53 seconds to go in the contest. The ball is at the 4-yard line of the Titans. East end of the field, the high school end of the field here in Mount Vernon. As we said, we've had a ton of blowouts tonight all across the state in first-round games, but this has got to be, if not the best, one of the best games. It's been back and forth all the way, and it comes down to this play right now.
Down to one play right here.
4th and a yard at the 4-yard line. Shazinski will go out of the shotgun. He's got it. He's going to run it himself. Left side. Dives in there. And I don't know. I really don't know.
Man, this is going to come down to the spot here, Tim.
It is really close. And the official calls a timeout. We're going to measure. The ball game is in the balance, folks. Mount Vernon Plankerton guys, they think they've stopped him.
I'm going to pull the binoculars out here.
It isn't going to matter what you see until they stretch that chain, because it's 2 inches one way or the other. 48 seconds to go. Is it a first down or is it not? They put the chains down. They stretch them out, and it is 3.5.
You got to make sure you secure the snap. I don't know if you take a knee.
I'd be taking a knee.
Or do what Hayden's been doing and just kind of leaning forward. But you got to secure the football. Make sure you get the snap.
Yep, there's the knee. Yep. They'll have to snap it one more time.
Yep, that's right, with one timeout.
Mount Vernon Plankerton will hold on and win this game 42-37. And again, it took a stop on a 4th and 1 down at their 3.5-yard line. And Bryce Shazinski tried to stretch it out and came up, an inch short is all. 24 seconds to go. Schmidt under center, one more snap and a knee down, and there it is. Ball gets kicked. What a game. Oh, you feel so badly for the Cavaliers. I mean, what a drive they put together. They come up short. But again, you feel happy for the Mount Vernon Plank. That timeout barely paid off.
But I'll tell you what, and it was Shazinski had a chance, and it came down to securing a tackle.
Yep, that's what it was. So Mount Vernon in 40. We don't know. All right, we will come back with the post.